The funding for this video is provided by the amazing members of my Patreon. Also contributions from viewers like you. Thank you. Yeah, I started from PBS Kids. What you gonna do? Fight me? Anyway, roll the video. Okay, I feel like I'm being the friend that's too woke right now, but this is me just simply caring about the safety that are in convention spaces, because safety is not only our biggest priority here, but it is also something that needs more attention. We need to make these spaces safer.
It's my thing, you know what I mean. It's my thing, you know what I mean.
Hey y'all, it's Harriana and I'm back with another video. Hi, hello, how are you doing? My name is Harriana and welcome back to The Pirate Ship, also known as Harry Hill's Pirate Ship. I am the captain, you are not my first mate. I don't got no first mate because you wanna know why? Bring your ear closer to the speaker so you can hear me clearly. No one's worthy of being the first mate. But hi, hello, how are you doing? My name is Harriana and I like to make content based on nostalgia and family and children's entertainment and all the issues that I find within those spaces. It is officially Disney summer. And if you don't know what Disney December is, every year my version of Disney December, yes, I did steal it from Doug Walker. Let's move forward. Disney December basically is a series that I do every year on my channel, where during the month of December, at the end of the year, all my videos will be Disney related. And while this video isn't necessarily Disney related, I'm gonna make it Disney related somehow. People be doing Disney cosplays and it cutting up. So yeah, it's Disney December. This is something that I want to talk about on my channel because for those of you guys who don't know, I be going to cons, I be going to conventions, like anime conventions, cosplay conventions, cosplay events, period. And I am very big on how this space needs to be safer for people of all ages, but a lot of people seem to excuse a lot of the behaviors that go on in these spaces, like a lot of other communities do. And I just want to, you know, speak up and talk about that. And this is one thing that has been bothering me more so for like the last year, but then seeing the way a lot of white cosplayers respond to this really goes to show you that a lot of y'all have fucking white privilege and need to understand that you can get away with doing certain things in these spaces, but my black ass and other POC in the space don't have the privilege of doing that. Before we go any further, I do want to specify that when I'm talking about underage drinking in this video, I'm specifically talking about 18, 19, and 20-year-olds drinking at convention spaces and at cosplay events and all these after parties and all of that. We are not necessarily talking about minors underage drinking here, and that has a lot to do with the fact that a lot of these party events where drinks are being served are 18 plus, therefore minors are not allowed access in. By the way, don't be giving drinks to minors, by the way. I feel like that's just common sense not to do that shit. But anyways, that's just all I'm saying. Let's go ahead and talk about it. I was mainly talking about the adult cosplay space and how there's a lot of things that go on here that we need to address. Oh yeah, before we go into detail, I want to make it clear that I am wearing my own merchandise. This is the panty and stocking hoodie that I'm wearing along with the panty and stocking hat. If you guys are interested in any of these products, they are on my website, available for purchase. I will have the link to that down below. Now let's go ahead and continue back on with today's video. Also, the lip gloss I'm wearing is from my shop too. We ripping everything, Harry, even the necklace. And I do want to make it clear that I am doing a lot better about listening to other people's opinions and this and that and the third, and being a lot more understanding and all that. I do want to make it clear that I know that people are not going to agree with what I am talking about here because everyone feels differently towards underage drinking, but these are just my thoughts and my opinions. But I'm also looking at the law too, because no one under the age of 21 in the United States, so I'm specifically talking about the cosplay community in the United States, are legally allowed to drink. So what exactly has been going on in the cosplay spaces and the convention spaces? Well, in a lot of these spaces, there will be events more so like a party, a rave, you know, a ball, whatever the fuck. These events will be 18 and older, but at these events there will be older people, usually men that are pushing 30 or in their 30s will be offering women that are 18, 19 and 20 years old like drinks, or just older people in general. They will be offering those who legally cannot purchase a drink themselves. And I personally find this type of behavior to be predatory, because like you are fully aware that this person cannot buy a drink at this party, therefore they're like, oh, a lot of people that age do want to drink, like let's just go ahead and acknowledge that. But they're like, oh, we know that this person wants this and are most likely not going to say no. And y'all, don't be taking drinks just from anybody. And I also want to point out that in these spaces, because there have been numerous times where security has been called on people have gotten in trouble at conventions numerous times. If you buy someone who is under the age of 21 a drink, regardless if they're like of age, like 18 older, 18, 19, 20 specifically, if you buy somebody a drink and then they drink it and they get caught, both of y'all are going to be in trouble. So I'm just like, can y'all actually think how there are going to be consequences to your actions sometimes? But then again, a lot of the people that I saw defending underage drinking in the con spaces are white. And y'all know the law don't affect them the way it affects us. But like a lot of people in the convention spaces, they tend to go around people that are younger than them and they want to come off as like, oh, the cool older friend that would let them do things and get away with things and yada yada yada. So now that I have acknowledged this, there are some things about alcohol and safety in the cosplay and convention space that I do want to address, and I have like 3 main points about it. The main one I'm bringing up is that if somebody you've never met before, like they're a stranger, or somebody who is like a mutual of yours but you don't necessarily know them well and you're not of legal drinking age and they offer to buy you a drink, decline. Like literally decline. Tell them no, it's not worth it. I don't care how fucking bad you want to drink. Say no. Because at the end of the day, you don't know that person, nor do you know their intentions. If you are of legal drinking age and you want to buy somebody else a drink, you need to make sure that that person is 21 and up. If you need to see their ID to double check that they are of legal drinking age, do that. Because mind you, I have no problem with people buying other people drinks at the bar. Okay, go ahead, do that shit, but just be buying people who are of legal drinking age the drink. And I also highly recommend that if you are going to be taking a drink from someone, mind you, if you're 21 and up, make sure that drink is made right in front of you. Because I have already talked about this numerous times on my channel about how roofing is a big fat ass problem in the cosplay community. There have been so many occasions where people have just been roofied unintentionally. It's actually really bad. Friends of mine have been roofied before, like numerous. It's actually terrible how common that this is in this space. And it's not just the cosplay convention space that roofing is common. It's very common in the nightlife space. It happens at strip clubs. It happens at just regular nightclubs. It happens at EDM clubs and all that shit. It happens at bars. Roofing is a big problem. Therefore, if somebody is making like paying to get you a drink and you're of legal drinking age, you need to have that drink be made right in front of you. You need to see exactly what is going on in there before you consume it. And the last safety tip that I have about alcohol and safety in this community, to bluntly put it, if you are going to be serving alcohol at your party, if you're going to be serving alcohol at your event, I think it is best for the event to be 21 and up. I think it is best to be 21 and up. A lot of events nowadays are going 18 and up, and the reason that they're doing 18 and up is because they know they're able to make more money. But I notice when y'all do these 18 plus events, there is more illegal shit going on, and we need to, you know, address this elephant in the room. Underage drinking in the cosplay community has been a problem for years, and when I finally spoke up about it on Instagram, somebody was like, it's about time somebody said it. But like, if you need to raise your event to 21 and up to do your best to try to prevent underage drinking, because even though I can't stand underage drinking and I don't agree with it and all of that, it still is going to happen. But since we are in public spaces, therefore you are more likely to get in fucking trouble for if this happens. I think it needs to be 21 plus, just for the safety of not just the patrons, but you, the people who are in charge of this event. Like, we need to have better business practices. If you need to raise the event to 21 plus, do that. Like, sometimes it's not worth trying to make the most money as possible. Got it?
I can give you one
And a lot of people, mainly like, there were certain comments that I have gotten on this post that were kind of like frustrating for me and upsetting for me. Like some of them I do understand where they were coming from, but then there was another person talking about if you're going to underage drink, do it responsibly. First of all, there is no such thing as underage drinking responsibly. It's called underage for a reason because it's legal. Like, how the fuck are we going to be doing that responsibly? I don't know. But also, there is just a lot of bullshit that goes on in convention spaces that people have tried to make okay. Because y'all be out here taking drugs from strangers. You be taking free drugs for free. There is a reason that person gave you that shit for free, because they probably laced it with something. There is just so much issues with safety here because people want to like let loose for the weekend and all of that, not realizing that they are hurting themselves. Like, and I am not saying this in a victim blaming perspective or anything like that. Like, nobody should be drugging y'all. Okay, let's go ahead and say that. But y'all gotta understand that you cannot be taking alcohol from anyone. You cannot be taking drugs from anybody. Like, we have to hold ourselves accountable at some point when it comes to safety. And this has nothing to do, like the drugs thing about people just taking random drugs from people they don't know. This is not even about an 18 plus situation. There be people who be 21 and up taking drugs from people that they don't know. And they be lacing them. Like, we really have to start thinking about our safety more in these spaces. I know we want to have fun. I know we want to let loose a little bit before we have to go back to our regular lives the next week. But also, like, you only got one body. You only got one body. Like, take care of it. And also, I would like to mention, because these are public spaces. Like, these are public spaces, well-known spaces too, just as well. And this is a point that somebody had brought up about Whole Wheat Pete. Now, if you know who Whole Wheat Pete bitch ass is, he basically is a very problematic white cosplayer that has done shit for years. And another thing that he has done is bought underage people drinks. And I remember that somebody had mentioned how he basically vandalizes property as events, because I remember I was there at 2022 MomoCon when he put that damn hole in the wall. Like, I was there when it happened. I wasn't over there when it happened, but I knew about it. Word was getting around the convention space. It's like a small town. If you fuck up, everybody gonna know. But Pete was literally over here like vandalizing properties, jumping on people, putting holes in the wall. And when things like this are going on at conventions, the event space is less likely to want to hold the convention again. Okay, y'all get that? If there's just too much reckless behavior going on at cons, the places that these conventions take place at are not going to want to host the con anymore. Because at the end of the day, the cons don't own these buildings. While BlurredCon may be in that Hilton Hotel, I'm pretty sure they don't own the Hilton Hotel. I'm pretty sure it is. I don't remember what the name of that hotel was. Like, all of these locations, they don't own these places. While Anime NYC might be in the Javits Center, they don't own that place. It is borrowed. They are given them the privilege to share that space. And while MomoCon is in the Georgia World Congress Center, they don't own the Georgia World Congress Center. They are borrowing it for that weekend. And y'all have to abide by these places' rules. While yes, this is a MomoCon event, you have to abide by the rules of the convention center just as well. Because I know, like, at one point at MomoCon there was a sign that says there is no alcohol past this limit, and people were still bringing alcohol down there. And I was like, y'all, they clearly said that we can't do this. This most likely is not a MomoCon rule. It's most likely a Congress Center rule. Listen. And then, like, the last thing I just want to bring up about how just like a lot of this behavior do be white nonsense, and I'm not gonna sit here and act like the black people don't be doing that, because yeah, the black people in the cosplay space, I'm not about to sit here and act like everything is sunshine and rainbows over here, because anytime I want to bring up issues that go on in the cosplay space, I'm not just talking about the white people, I'm talking about the black people just as well. And I remember somebody had left a comment on my post on time talking about, oh, the black events know how to do better about safety, yada yada. No, y'all are in this conversation just as well. But like, moving back to like just talking about how white people act in the convention space, they don't seem to realize that y'all are privileged. Like, Whole Wheat Pete, the main reason he was able to get away with what he had done for so long is because of his white privilege. Y'all have the privilege of being able to fuck up over and over and over and over again in this space, and to be easily forgiven and letting back. Also, when bad things are happening at conventions, y'all are less likely to be in trouble. And a lot of this has been more frustrating to deal with because I used to go to cons when there was just white people at them, okay? And now there are significantly more black people at these events, and you know what happens with that. But I'm like, I have to be cautious of my surroundings. I am a black woman. Remember when Malcolm X said that the most disrespected person in America is the black woman? I don't have the privilege of doing the same fucked up shit as y'all are. A lot of spaces that we have, like, you know, center whiteness, and therefore they let white people get away with doing certain things. But it's just really frustrating because y'all are like, well, I don't necessarily think it's the prevalent, yada yada yada. And I'm like, yeah, your whiteness is showing. Your whiteness is showing right now. Please stop acting like this does not affect you. It most definitely does, but you don't take it as seriously because you know that the law protects you more than it protects PLC. But yeah, long story short, if you are at a con, don't be buying no 18, 19, 20-year-old a drink. If you 18, 19, 20 at a drink and a stranger or a mutual of yours that's 21 plus that you don't know that will buy you a drink, don't take that shit. Like, make sure your drinks are being made right in front of you. Please start asking people for IDs when you want to buy them a drink. Like, alcohol and safety is something that I think is getting significantly worse in this convention space, and it is a contribution to why y'all don't be seeing me, because people be asking me why I don't be going out to parties and shit like that. If I feel uncomfortable with what is going on at a party, I'm gonna fucking leave. I don't feel comfortable being at 18 plus events where 18, 19, 20 year olds are drinking, because I know how they're able to do that. I know people are buying up these drinks illegally and all that. It's just concerning. It's just very, like, I don't know, it's just unsettling for me. It makes me uncomfortable, and I told myself that I am no longer putting my comfort at stake just to try to be in the know and be in everybody's face and all of that. I'm just over it. I'm just over it. I'm just here to dress up and talk about cartoons and anime with people that like the same things as me, okay? Like, I'm just over the bullshit. I'm tired of it. But that's all I gotta say for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Disney December Day 1 is down. Yay. Merchandise, the link to that will be down below. Don't forget to follow me on everything at Harryana, HARRIYANNA. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, night, whatever time of day you chose to watch this video. I'm just thankful that you watched it with the ads on. Alright, thank you. Goodbye.